Well, earlier today over at Ascot, Blazeon Five was a milestone winner for Rossa Ryan, 1,000 career successes. And when you consider that the first win was, what, in the UK, back in 2017, it's all been like that. It's been a whirlwind, and he joins us on the Friday Club Live this Friday evening. Rossa, thank you very much indeed for taking time out, because I know that you'll have talked to plenty of people over the last few hours or so. When you hear that figure, just 1,000, how does that settle in with you?
Yeah, I mean, I was lucky enough a couple of weeks ago to get 1,000 worldwide, and now to do it in the UK is brilliant.
Martin Dwyer's alongside, and I know that you'll want to, well, obviously, quite rightly praise Rossa and also just laud the speed in which this has happened.
Yeah, Rossa, I mean, you've gone from strength to strength. I mean, what a milestone to reach 1,000 winners in such a short period. You must, I mean, how are you feeling? You're not one who really wears his heart on his sleeve. I mean, you look like you can't wait to get rid of us and go to bed. But
no,
come on, you must be happy with what you've achieved.
I know, you're not that bad. It's good. I mean, it probably hasn't sunk in, and I probably will do the same as I did with the Arc last year and not appreciated it enough, probably. But it was a good thing to pass.
Among those highlights, you know, when you think that it is all very recent, since 2017, we're only in 2025, it's extraordinary. Which ones, when you think about it, which ones stand out?
Well, I'd have to say my first one, for Richard Hannon in the cellar, I mean, it's hard forgetting on St. Patrick's Day, and that kicked me off. And then after that, it was first group race was for Paul Cole on Duca Hazard. That's nearly escaped me. And then look, finding Shaquille gave me my first Group 1 winner, which I was massively shocked to get called up to the plate by Martin Hughes in the Camachos. And then Blue Stocking and Starless topped it off last year.
The figures are outstanding. You know, what was it? Last year was 201. The year before, 202. You know, I think you've been on record today as wanting to praise, and rightly so, your agent Steve Croft. But when you actually think about the statistics alone, to be riding here, there, and everywhere, to be clocking up double centuries and so on, do you ever take stock and think, I'm achieving an awful lot in a short space of time, or is that not you?
No, probably not. I think you're only as good as your last ride, so you have to just keep going, and there's enough time to think about it when it's all done and over with. And
Rossa, we know the ups and downs in racing. We just heard from Dave Neverson all about that. But it seemed to me like when you lost the ammo job a few years back, that really gave you a bit of an incentive, because you were like a man possessed. I mean, you're just riding everywhere, every race, and as Nick says, your stats have been unbelievable. Did that urge you on to just get better and better and maybe prove them wrong in a way? Possibly. I mean, the thing is, like, I was pretty young taking it, and I learned a hell of a lot. And I'll always say it, like, Emma was the one that kind of got me up the ladder a small bit quicker and gave me that experience in them top races. And then it was just about finding them horses for the right races and learning from everything. And I was lucky enough with ammo, I could make the mistakes and was guaranteed to keep the rides on them. And then when I, was riding for everyone else, I was kind of the mind frame, sure, if I don't ride it again, sure, what have you got to lose, So kind of it does take a lot of pressure off, as well as just playing mind games with yourself to just get on with it.
It is a marvellous statistic. It's an incredible statistic and a reflection on where you are as a jockey. How much does it burn bright thinking about one day the dream of being British champion jockey, Rossa?
Yeah, that would be a massive target of mine. If I can do it, great. If I can't, I won't cry about it, but it would be one that just might niggle a small bit. And I'd be realistic about the whole thing. I mean, I've only really thought of it like about thinking it, maybe one day it could happen, because I've finished, good and high in the table the last few seasons. But it's a monstrosity of work. Like you don't even get to July and you're starting to feel the pinch, and it's just non-stop here. I think tomorrow's the first Sunday in 9 weeks that we haven't had racing in England, and you're just on the go constantly.
Well, you go to France anyway, so it's a busy one on Sunday, and you've got a Group 1 ride tomorrow afternoon. How do you evaluate the book of rides across the 2 days, Rossa?
Well, Sakara Sands, I suppose she's a Group 3 winner. She was good and tough that day. She does wear her heart in her sleeve. It's a big ask, but there probably isn't a lot more for her now. She's a Group winner. I think there was a Group 2, but you're in taking on the colts, and she's probably better off being in her own sex. So she's won around the track, so she copes with it well, and she'll cope with the ground no problem. And she's very tough, so it wouldn't surprise me if she outruns her odds and runs well. And there's a nice horse going for a maiden there as well. He was second first time up in Donny, and then Sunday a bit of spirit. I think if the rain comes, he'll be very competitive. Whether he's good enough, I don't know. But the race, the Solaro's worked out well. There's already been a Group winner out of it. But by God, he is one tough animal, and you know if he gets his way on towards the front end, they will have to battle to go by him. You know.
I'm going to bring Marcy just shortly, but just on the topic of Sunday, and you've got rides in the really good races, but 1 year on from that unbelievable day with Blue Stocking, it's circumstance, of course, but is it a bit frustrating that you're not in the big one this year?
It is. It is. To be honest, last year I couldn't believe something like that could happen to someone like me, and probably didn't take it in as much as I should have, and I would love another crack at it, but I promise you now, and Martin and know, it's awful hard come by them. It's so hard. And I thought maybe when I won the Dante, we could be in gear with Pride of Brass, and we could be in the future. But yeah, they're few and far between to find now, and you know, especially when you're not with the Godolphins and the Coolmores that are, you know, have the best pedigrees in the world, and you're hoping and praying you can find something to be up there and give them a race, you know.
But Rossa, I bet you it's going to feel pretty special when you walk through those gates of Longchamp on Sunday, knowing that you've won one of the biggest races in the world. And just one question before you go: all this money you're making, you're going to get yourself down to the barbers at some point?
Do you know what? I had a look this morning. I do need a bit of a haircut, but I'm going through a bit of a transition as well. So I like to keep changing it up, because it gets boring if you're just doing the same thing. And yeah, sometimes my haircuts are a bit out there, but I don't mind. I like it at the time, so I just get on with it.
Rossa, thank you for taking time out of your Friday evening. Well done today, and good luck across the 2 days. Great to speak to you.
Thanks, lads. Thanks for having me on.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.